All right, welcome in Winging It, Dylan Corbett, Austin Platts, Brendan Duarte. We had a great week of social media. We did appreciate that. The debut segment of 60 Seconds of Tea with Jack D was an absolute smasher. 200 views on Instagram got us like 20 more followers. I think we're at 85 or something. Listeners of this podcast, if you haven't already, let's hit 100 here after this episode. We got a great review on, so I do have to kind of specify this. So on Apple Pods, that's the rating review system. So somebody reached out to me. He's like, dude, am I an idiot? I can't find this, like, because Spotify doesn't do it. So I do have to kind of specify, if you're on Spotify, which many of you are, hit follow if you haven't already. That's how I think they kind of manipulate the tracking system there. So hit follow if you had it, and then rate, review if you don't mind on Apple Pod. So another great episode in store. We're going to pick, we did that contest for $100, Amazon gift con. I might just Venmo you too, whichever's easier. Got some great submissions of roasting one of us. Austin hasn't read all of them yet. I don't know where Brendan's at, but we'll go through them here with you, the audience, on this podcast. But Brendan, do you have a leader in the clubhouse? Have you checked them all out?
I think I've seen all of them. It's been a few days since I've looked. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them. Some of them were funnier than others.
Yeah, so we'll pick that. We'll work that out live on air. Nothing. We haven't decided this or anything. First, let's start. What did you guys make of the Super Bowl? I thought it was boring as hell.
I thought it was boring as hell as well, although I wanted the Bucks to win.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they did. We went to a Super Bowl. It wasn't even really a party. It was more of just like a small little get together. And pretty much everyone, or most people, wanted the Bucks to win, so that was cool. The most vocal person, though, of the group wanted the Chiefs to win, and he was silent the entire night. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was awesome. We all wanted the Bucks to win. And do you know,
but
Tom
aren't there
Brady?
a lot of Chiefs? I saw a hilarious tweet where there's like every STL chick. How many years have you been a Chiefs fan lately? And it's just Antoine Winfield Jr. holding up the two fingers. So I figured you guys would be with a lot of Chiefs fans, but you're saying no, you were Bucks.
No, we all wanted Tom Brady. You know, Tom Brady now has more Super Bowl wins than any franchise. He has 2 more Super Bowl wins than any other person ever.
I want to look up some funny people that are the age of 43 just for comparison. Because there's just got to be some oafs. Yeah.
Drew and I went to the casino for our first time to play sports bets, and it was awesome.
Oh, it's legal now in Missouri?
We had to drive across the river to Illinois, but it was only probably like a 15-minute, 20-minute drive. And it's super cool. You just go, they have like 10 kiosks set up. Then you just stand in line. It probably took us like 5 minutes. You put your money in, and they've got like all the prop bets. They've got everything there. Only thing that sucks is that if you win, you've got to drive back to cash it in.
Right.
But it was definitely a cool experience.
Well, so that I'm super jealous because a lot of my friends and listeners are in Illinois, so they've got mobile betting. And they get like DraftKings has great promos. I mean, it's just so much better than me on my, shady online book where I'm having a Venmo request some guy named Guy Jeter every Tuesday.
Dylan,
but yeah,
did you bet on the Gatorade color?
I did not. My buddy cashed. He made 3 bets. I was making fun of him because he bet on orange, blue. What was the one that cashed? Was it blue?
Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he had water. And I was like, bro, you've got the richest athletes in the world drinking from the tap at the Super Bowl. Like, let's just burn that money.
We have this inside source, let's just say, that got it right last year.
Wow.
And he sent us again. He's like, Chiefs are orange and the Bucks are purple. So we all bet on purple and we're like freaking out because they didn't show it.
Yeah.
And then we saw a tweet that it was blue and we're like, this guy's a fraud.
Well, yeah, so that's tough. You lost on that. I was on the Chiefs, so I didn't lose a lot of money, but I know a lot of people were on the Bucks. Is Mardi Gras this weekend? Who put this on there? Because I'm looking for something to do this. I guess Mardi Gras and Valentine's. How about that?
Yeah, it is this weekend. I didn't realize till like a couple days ago. And the parade's canceled though.
Oh, so what are you guys going to do? I literally just looked at the forecast because I was checking some flights too. How do you play? But it looks freezing.
I was looking at the weather in St. Louis. I think the high this Saturday for Mardi Gras is 11 degrees and the low is -6.
Yeah.
What?
It's a cold front, baby. The entire Midwest is getting rocked. So what are you guys going to do? Mardi Gras in St. Louis is, I mean, that's something that everyone from the region should experience. It's just a great time. Soulard, etc.
Mardi Gras is literally, I've said it, my favorite holiday of the year.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably top 3 nowadays, but it's really a shame that we can't go out and go to the.
So what are you guys going to do? Just go to a bar, probably bar hop?
Dude, we haven't even talked about it.
Jeez.
Like, we have no clue.
Keep me posted.
Also, did you speaking of the cold, did you know all 50 states are below freezing this week?
It's crazy. Did you see? I mean, I don't know. That's probably the opposite of global warming, but I mean, there's just. I always wake up on Twitter and there's just some like catastrophic landslide, due to a glacier melting in India. It's just. I feel like weather is just getting more and more extreme by the decade, and we should head to Mars, right? Speaking of which, how about that? Elon Musk, he's not only trying to send people to Mars, he's sending people to Bitcoin. Again, we're going to pick that winner to the contest here in just a little bit, but we're just flowing too well here with the transitions. Austin, you put this with Elon. That was crazy today. That was day after a Super Bowl, shocked kind of the finance world on a Monday.
Dude, so they put 15% of their cash into Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin's risen 22% today. 22%.
Basically $8,000.
It's about to break 50K. Yeah. Every Bitcoin is $50,000. Isn't that nuts?
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say I was reading a lot of Twitter today about it, and apparently so Elon Musk and Tesla, they put I think a total of 1.5 billion in, and it made it rise that much. Apparently, a lot of there's one big bank that put out a report today that they think Apple's about to put in 5 billion here shortly.
Well, that's what the bet is, that this is going to be the new U.S. dollar. And what was key about Tesla kind of doing this, or maybe even the global dollar, right? Tesla was saying, hey, if you have a shit ton of Bitcoin, we will accept that as payment for our vehicles. So they're using it as currency now. And that's what you're saying is Apple's not going to be far behind. They're following suit with everything. So that's what's crazy. You guys are, so Austin was celebrating some winnings from Bitcoin today. Brendan, are you in on it?
I am in on it. I think I got in right when it was right around 30,000. So yeah, it was a good day.
No kidding.
And fucking Elon with that whole Dogecoin shit, he literally has pumped Dogecoin like 10x, 9 or 10x in like a month. Dude's insane. And I don't know why he loves his beloved Dogecoin so much, because he knows you can only get it on Robinhood, that traitor.
I'll get to how Robinhood's fucking me here in just a little bit.
Do you have any Dogecoin?
Oh God. All right. But first here, I want to kind of get you to ponder this. Elon Musk is just fucking up the system. So this is a guy that has 40 plus million followers on Twitter. So of course, and people know he's one of the most influential business leaders of our generation. He's shown that in multiple companies now, and he's been kind of at the forefront of innovation. Tesla. I remember people telling me when I graduated college in 2017, that was a good roast that was posted, but we'll get to that. So I had a buddy tell me, dude, it's all about Bitcoin. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's literally on like a Windows laptop, like mining Bitcoin when it was at $600. Now it's at $44K.
Dude, it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be like $500K in the next 5 to 10 years. And we're going to look back and be like, remember when we were talking when it was $50K?
Yeah, get in now. I mean, that's what Elon Musk is basically telling you.
Dude, Elon can literally tweet any stock in the whole world and it would pump 20% in a day. He's literally possibly the most influential person on this planet.
It's the power of social media. And I think we're just coming to understand that because Portnoy kind of fiddled with it. And he's got like, what, 2.5 million, which to us is like, holy shit, you know, that's great in the sports media world. That's what, 1/20th of Elon Musk. So when Portnoy's tweeting about stuff, you know, that's moving a little bit. When Musk is tweeting about shit, and just think about the power behind that. Like all of a sudden, I feel, look at how Trump got presidency. I think it's because he had such a following of, you know, young age. 25 to 50-year-olds. Like it's like the social media prowess. The Kardashians are some of the most powerful people in this country just based on following on social media, basically.
Imagine if Elon ran for president.
Would
he vote against him?
Yeah, he'd probably win.
Probably. He'd totally win.
Shit.
He'd be the first independent in 100 years to win. Has an independent ever won? No,
my dad still always votes for Ralph Nader, I think every single election. Okay, so how Robin Hood is for real fucking me, and then we'll read some roasts. So I'm like, okay, get me out. Schwab, start the transfer. Robin Hood's just not even telling me anything. It's like, okay. I'm like, whatever. And then it's like, oh, we had to deny it because you had cryptocurrency. So I'm like, fuck, okay. I'm just trying to get out of Robin Hood because I couldn't transfer Doge to Schwab. So I'm like, okay, fuck. Sold Doge, sold Bitcoin. Fuck. Sold it. Yeah, great. And now, like, so it's still not moving. And then, like, I had to do it again, and it's taking forever. And Robinhood's not telling me shit. And then all of a sudden, I'm making a killing today. I had a huge bet on Twitter, basically, from a couple weeks ago. And that's, you know, at their 52-week high right before earnings. So I'm going to sell a majority of that. And I'm thinking, like, shit, okay, now I have to just sell this shit and withdraw it and then physically move it over to Schwab. And it just says, your account's been disabled. I'm starting to sweat, or like your account's been deactivated. I could see my money. I can't buy or sell anything. Schwab still hasn't really kind of said anything, and I'm just panicking.
So I actually know a good amount about this because when I was a financial advisor, I dealt with this shit a lot. Dylan, when you transfer your account to another firm, so when you transfer it to Schwab, basically Schwab does everything. So you kind of have to contact them for updates. And also, like, when Robinhood disables your account, like where you can see everything, but you can't do anything, typically that means it's got like 1 day left before it's going to all transfer.
So it could be
over.
Tomorrow. It could be Wednesday.
Correct. Hopefully. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I stopped sweating. Thank you for that. That's why you're a financial analyst.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Austin, Robinhood just made it a nightmare for me. So you're TD Ameritrade. Was that what you were?
Yeah, but also Robinhood just charges you $75 too to transfer your shit.
I mean, these crooks.
Stock or your whole thing.
It was just one last kick in the dick from these fucking crooks. Seriously.
When I worked for Wells Fargo charged you $125.
These guys are all crooks.
I just sold all mine and then bought them right back on my other account.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you do that, you got to worry about, like, you know, taxable events and everything if you sell it. Not that it can be a huge deal sometimes.
That.
Yeah,
the whole long-term thing, like, I tried it for 6 months, I just couldn't do it. It's so hard to not sell your stuff early.
Yeah.
Let's get to the roasts. Yes, we can laugh at ourselves. That's why we did it. I feel like some people are kind of, you know, because it's funny. We were expecting to laugh with these, you know, with you. And then just some people probably felt awkward, like, you know, just trying to eviscerate us if they didn't know us. But we're going to try and do stuff like that maybe every couple of episodes, once a month, just kind of give away for listener engagement to appreciate you guys showing support for us. Okay, so again, follow it at Winging It 18. Let's get to 100 followers by the end of this week. We're at 84 right now. That's on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter too, Corbett's Corner, etc. And it is Dylan Corbett on Spotify and Apple Pods for now. You know, once we get everything set on the website, we're going to fiddle with things and kind of optimize everything. Okay, so we had a couple of opportunities to roast us. How do you want this to work? You just want me to kind of read it and you guys react?
Dude, I legit have only seen like 3 of them. So yeah, you should just say them all and we'll
Okay,
react
for
to
sure.
each
I think
one.
we got a good handful, but just about double digits. So let's see here. Sorry, I got to scroll through. um, okay, people got warmed up. First of all, we'll get back to this. Who is John Michael Gustavo, Brendan? Because I had a phone call from someone after the latest episode posted and told me this was a listener submission.
John Michael Gustavo was a personal trainer at the YMCA.
Wait a second, you've been
Circa-
covering this up for us. You've been shitting on the YMCA, and then some fucking guy, John Michael Gustavo, was fucking giving you the personal training.
This was circa, let me think, probably 13, 14 years ago when he worked there. I do see the comment that references that I look like John Michael Gustavo. No
The
one's
facial
gonna
hair you
understand
repped.
that. I'm
Sorry.
not gonna go in and take the time to explain it. If you know, you know.
All right, next episode. That's great. We do have to explain. You did have facial hair that looked really real last time. That was a Zoom edit.
Yeah. So for the people who didn't see the video, Zoom lets you like add facial hair to yourself, and I did it last episode, and it looked extremely real, which a lot of these comments were about. So
right,
go ahead and proceed, Dylan, with the reading.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys got the majority of the blunt force trauma. I got one. I was writing some for myself. I wrote one. You guys want to hear it? It was gonna be, who's that clown in the top right referencing me? It's 2020, not 2010. I think you could take off the polo Ralph Lauren now. Is that all right?
Are you wearing polo?
I was, dude. I still rep it a little bit. The horse.
It used to be so in high school, though.
I know. Then it went Vineyard. Now it's Lulu.
In high school, what you had to do was you had to get the polo shirt. Like, for example, it'd be like a red polo shirt. Or no, it'd be like a black polo shirt, but the logo would be red, the little pony. So you had to get the red pastel shorts rocking with it.
Oh yeah, you had to mix and match the polo horse, and then the pocket arrived, and we all had to have the pocket T-shirt, the long sleeve.
Yep, Sperry's with elite socks.
Correct.
Never again.
Brennan Duarte looks like a discount version of Uncut Gems as Adam Sandler crossed over into the Italian cooking TikTok community.
How the fuck do people think of this?
I know. You guys are creative. We like that. Again, check it out on Wingin It 18 on Instagram so you can kind of put 2 and 2 together here.
That was Aaron, by the way. That was
Aaron Platts. Shout out.
Former host
really?
Aaron Platts.
Brennan Duarte looks like someone who frequents the Purge Our Throats OnlyFans page. That was a good one. Kelly Panzita. Shout out.
Hold on. Wait. Did we ever explain the Purge Our Throats story?
We have new listeners, so kind of recap it for them.
Yeah, real quick recap. 2 of our friends, I guess I'll say their names because they were tagged. Lexi Gorman and Maggie King were considering making an OnlyFans page called Purge Our Throats, where they put on masks from the movie The Purge and deep throat shit.
I didn't know. I don't think we got that.
And it was
explanation.
Kind of halfway a joke, but also halfway not. But apparently, I looked like someone who would have frequented watching that.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll check out your following on TikTok. This was one of my personal favorites. Austin Platts' iPhone dock is the Horny Boy Starter Pack.
I don't even
live in time.
I don't even.
That was a
get
good one.
Well, say again your doc here, and we'll let the people decide.
Oh, the 4 apps on my home screen.
Come
Yeah.
on, what are they?
I thought that she meant like a dock that you put your phone on. She said it's a
That's
Horny
a little-
Boy starter pack.
That's a little specific, but yeah. What's the doc here for?
Yeah,
what
I
we
mean
got?
it's messages, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. The apps I use the most.
That's pretty accurate.
At least TikTok's not on there.
There you go. Here's another one. Austin Platts and Dave Portnoy have pussy ass paper hands. Oh, jeez, that was from,
Paper hands.
Yeah, selling your shit. I'm still holding on to dear life.
No, you're not.
I
You're
am,
still holding
correct.
those stocks.
My account got deactivated. I can't even touch it. When did Ellen DeGeneres start growing facial hair? That was probably for Brennan. That's a good one. This was so by terms of people upvoting, right, liking these comments, this one got the top 6 votes. From Alex Preckle from the top row. Brenda Duarte looks like a lesbian Tony Stark with the haircut of Captain Marvel. Does he?
How does he think of this stuff?
That was pretty good. Do
I
you guys
got
have a
the
personal
likes.
favorite so far?
That one's pretty good. Aaron's was pretty good. Wait, so that one got the most likes?
Most likes. Ali Bougie's the iPhone doc had 5. Lot came in with 5. Purge Our Throats came in with 5.
Wow.
We still got it. John Michael Gustavo got 4. How about that? Okay, let's see. Brendan Duarte, is that facial hair or Sharpie? That's fair. Again, a lot of people going out.
Honestly, that could have been a real question too. That might not even been a flame.
Yeah, it counts as a submission. This one had me weak. It's a little bit from the top rope. Platz's hairline looks like the beginning of a tsunami. That's a great line, but geez,
That was pretty good.
Oh god, that's Jack Rourke, former.
But
guest.
I mean, let's be honest. Brendan's hair literally looks like a tsunami.
I was gonna say, literally, yeah. If that's the start of it, this is the full blown. It's coming for your fucking house. What Brendan's got going on. This is a good one. Finally, let's get fucking me under the bus. I'd rather listen to the Butthole Surfers over Dylan talking about his 3rd-tier party school of a college one more time. I thought that was fair again, and then I caught myself like in the last week.
But the Butthole Surfers are a solid band too.
I did not catch that reference, but
Yo, wait.
They're a real band and they're not bad.
That one's pretty good. I like that one. Do we know a song from the Butthole Surfers?
I have no idea. Last one. Can we bring back the Better Platts, please? Oh, Savannah King. Come on.
They're probably right.
Come on.
Miss
That
you.
only got 2 legs. Don't worry, Austin.
They got 2 real. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Not the tsunami. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed roasting us. Let's pick a winner here. Maybe we'll each have a vote, and we'll see if we have to come down to a final pick 'em or something. But we'll be doing something different, every month with that. Come up with different ideas. So we appreciate you, the listener. And again, let's find out who the hell I'm going to Venmo $100. Okay,
Wait,
what do you guys have?
Weren't there comments on the other Instagrams too, or were those all of them?
Trying to think. I mean, those were kind of we got a lot of comments on Jack T with 60 seconds of tea with Jack D, which we also will have another edition of for you here. So people will be excited for that. I kind of was like, I just threw it out there to introduce the segment. I didn't tell people to roast Jack. He would have been like, whoa, what the hell? He got thrown into that under the bus. Okay, who's got a favorite?
I thought Aaron's was good, but I mean, I don't think we can give Aaron money. And I think the tsunami one and Preckles were the best.
Yeah.
Actually, and the one about you, Dylan, was pretty funny.
That was a good one.
My vote was gonna be the one telling me that I look like a lesbian Tony Stark with the haircut of Captain Marvel. I just like the creativity there.
I think that one might have to. So my top 3 list, I think, was that one, the Horny Boy starter pack.
That was my second.
Yeah, and then I just forgot and then the tsunami. That was just a great one too. I think we got a winner. Unanimous, Alex Preckle. Once more, again, we'll get this for the people so we could clip this up and put it to Instagram. The winning roast, $100 to Alex Preckle. Again, I will shoot you your Venmo, I'll DM you, etc. Where is it here? I'm filibuster. All right, here we go. It is from courtesy of Alex Preckle here again at Wingin It 18. Brendan Duarte looks like lesbian Tony Stark with the haircut of Captain Marvel. Yeah, cheers.
Good job,
to you,
Alex.
Yeah.
I honestly thought we'd get way more comments. I mean, a free $100, you'd think.
Again, I was thinking it was just because people were uncomfortable kind of like trying to go after us. And creativity was a part of it too. We were kind of awing and oohing at how great those were. That's kind of tough to come up with.
It's true.
So yeah, well, congrats, Alex Preckle. What are some other ideas just off the bat that we could do, like something easy where people could just get in for some cash, because I like giving away money.
I don't know. We'll talk off air about it.
I love it.
Can't be giving away too many of our secrets.
Not yet. We did have a listener submission, 2 of them actually. So this was kind of interesting. I talked with Brendan about this, and we didn't do it this week. Maybe we'll debut it next week. But a girls' mailbag episode where each of us just kind of have, because like, we're coming up with these topics and it's just us guys, us brutes farting around with what's going on in our brain. So what about what's going on in your guys' brain? Because I was looking at the numbers today too. We've got a good kind of 65-35 male female split in terms of the numbers on Spotify. So like each of us will talk to one of our girlfriends, et cetera, and kind of get a topic from, hey, what are you guys talking about this week? That was one. The other is interesting. And I don't think I've ever been public with this, but maybe it's a little treat for you guys here that are in the middle of Winging It episode. What is this, 15? Marijuana. Where do you guys stand on it? And, well, I'll give my take because, sorry, I didn't mean to throw a dead fish in your lap with that unless somebody has some. But this was a listener submission to kind of talk about marijuana overall, which may or may not be federally legalized by the end of Biden's term.
I think they wanted us to talk about marijuana, like in your kids. Like, what are you gonna do when you have kids?
Yeah, but that's a little specific. We don't have kids yet. I mean, Well, true. We'll start with marijuana in general, and then what are you gonna do once it's? Yeah, you probably don't want to be smoking around your kid, right?
I kind of agree with what my dad always said to me. He's like, I don't really care if you smoke, but if you become someone that smokes all day and all night and doesn't get shit done, you just become unproductive, and that turns into your lifestyle. So as long as you can like function, who cares?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I mean, if you know me, I do not smoke weed. I do not. I don't fare well with it, but I have plenty of friends who do, and definitely are able to go out and be successful.
Yeah, I'm high right now.
So yeah, it's kind of just like if you like it and it's not stopping you from, doing what you want to do, then I don't see why it shouldn't be legal if alcohol is.
That's exactly right. I think you guys both hit the nail on the head is, if my kid was smoking weed, I would do the same thing. It's like, hey, just don't be an idiot. Like, you got to be productive. Like, it does have great purposes where it's fun. It chills you out. It helps with anxiety, helps with pain, and again, you said it too. I think it's getting legalized more and more states. Eventually, I think it's going to be in every single state. And yeah, it's just like it's a drug, which is the same as tobacco, alcohol, caffeine. It just had this stigma from, again, times have just changed from the 60s so much where it's like, people got hit on the hands with a ruler if they swore or if they cussed. And now weed's legal. Times are changing.
Isn't it crazy that is it Oregon now decriminalize every drug? Like,
That's
you
crazy.
can just get caught with a bag of coke and get fined $100.
It's insane. And they're like,
They are probably blowing down lines in Oregon.
like on the spectrum, there's the super like, oh my God, we're not going to touch, like South Dakota just legalized recreational pot. That's crazy. But yeah, and then there's the spectrum of, fuck it. You got a little heroin. Yeah. Better luck to you. That's fine. That's Oregon. But yeah, so I'm a big, I love smoking weed. I enjoyed edibles. Yeah, I think it's to each his own. I think I'm going to have to change once I have kids. That's not going to be for a while soon, but yeah, it's just not a good look if your house is like reeking of pot and you've got like a toddler going around, but I might be that guy sneaking off with a vape pen in my bathroom at night. You got to each his own.
I also don't smoke. I used to in high school, but sometimes I wish I did because it's honestly like it's a big social activity, just you want to come over and smoke. And I feel like whenever people would ask me that and I'd be like, I don't smoke, they'd be like, ooh, all right, I'll ask someone else. It's like, wait.
Never mind, carry on then. No, it's interesting because I have a good mix of people that do smoke and don't smoke. And it's like, okay, if I'm having people over, there's like the people that don't care that's out. Nobody, I think, is like, oh my God, put away that devil's lettuce right now. Like there's no one has that anymore. But then there's also like, I have dabs set up for my buddy that does smoke whenever he comes over. It's like, okay, here are the wings. Here's some smokies. Oh, and here's an oil rig if you would like a dab. That was
I
our
was
Super
just
Bowl
gonna
sweat.
say there were cats ripping dabs during the Super Bowl yesterday, just in the living room.
Yeah,
and
right.
nobody even thought twice of it.
No, it's
But like, can you imagine if like we were kids and saw a nail and a flamethrower?
I
and
know,
wax?
yeah.
We'd be like, "What the fuck is going on at this party?"
If my mom saw that, she would think there was some hardcore heroin shit going down. She's one of those people who does think weed is the devil's lettuce.
Wow. But you snuck. I mean, shit. In high school, that's what's funny is I'm the guy. We all three have smoked before. I'm the only guy that still does. But we were all. It was just a crazy kind of scenario of how all three of us were experimenting with pot when we were in high school, and we're just leaving Brennan's basement door to smoke out of a water bottle and tinfoil.
Be careful. My mom follows this podcast. Remember, she's going to
I
give
thought
us
it was
a
just
1-star.
Corvettes. I'm sorry.
She's going to give us a 1-star review.
God damn it.
Brennan, we can't move on from weed without telling them what happens to you when you smoke and that one story of the playground.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Maybe we'll tease that for next episode.
All right. So, I mean, do you want me to tell a story? I mean, we have to tell a story now.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever.
Okay, let's crank it out.
All right. So when I smoke weed, it's been a while, and I don't do it because of this reason. But when I smoke weed, literally every time I freak out thinking that I am having a heart attack. Like, not even like, oh, haha, like my heart's beating fast. No, I actually fucking think I'm having a heart attack.
Right.
And one time in high school, me and Dylan, after school, went over to our friend's house. I won't say his name. I don't know if he wants me to.
Sure.
And it was my first time ever smoking out of a bong. And those things fuck you up.
What?
Which I was not aware of at the time, much more than the apple bowls that we were used to smoking out of. And I remember I took 2 rips and I could not stop coughing for like 15 minutes straight. And then finally I finally stopped, and we're like,
One rip.
We should go get Panda Express. I was like, yeah, let's go do it. And we get in the car, and as soon as I get in the fucking car, I'm like, okay, this is not good. I literally felt like I was on another planet. And I remember there was snow outside. Like it had just snowed a shit ton the day before. And we maybe got a half a mile outside of our friend's neighborhood to go to Panda Express. And I full blown, I was like, I'm dying. I'm having a heart attack. I was like, get me the fuck out of this car right now. We were passing an elementary school. So I made them pull over at this elementary school, and I got out of the car and just started pacing around. And I went over to the playground and was just like walking in circles, like freaking out, like dead ass thinking I was going to die. And I remember literally just like looking up at the sky, and I was like, God, I'm going to die right now. I know it. Please let me go to heaven.
Oh God.
And after that, I don't remember a whole lot.
Oh God.
But
didn't they go and get Panda?
I've got.
Then they left. Yeah, they left me at the fucking playground to go get Panda.
All right.
And then I think got scared 20 minutes later that I was actually dying because they were trying to call me and I wouldn't answer because I don't know. I was Dylan. That's pretty much as far as what I remember. Do you have anything to add to the story?
Yeah, I'll fill in some blanks and et cetera. You can jump in again. So yeah, we're ripping a bong. Brennan enjoys smoking, but if he does too much and he freaks out, he's literally thinks he has having a heart attack. And his signature is just he's always taking his pulse. Like he just has his thumb on his heart. He's always taking his pulse constantly, just like, okay, is it good? He's counting, and he's in a different world. Like you're looking at him and he's just eyes glazed, like in a panic in a different world. And after like the 70th time we've been through this as best friends, you start to get like, okay, yeah, I think he's good. Yeah, we'll deal with this in 40 minutes. So we get in my car and I'm driving responsibly. And Brennan Brennan's a big dude. And it was almost like he was doing the June bug challenge. He just all of a sudden just fucking spasm kicks my sunroof and just breaks my sunroof. And we're just like, Brennan, what the fuck? He's like, guys, I don't know. Stop. I don't know. And this is while we're still in the subdivision. We finally get out. He goes, pull over. He just gets out and beelines for this playground. And it's like a minute or two goes by in silence. And the third friend we were with just stares at me and goes, So you still thinking panda or? So we went and got panda, and I think we were halfway there, and Brendan calls me and goes, okay, I'm good. I swear, I'm good. I'm good. All right, we're good. Come pick me up. Come pick me up. So, this friend is like, dude, we're so close to panda. He's trying to, I'm like, dude, I got to get this guy. Or no, I think he called me back and said he was going to die. Yeah. So we couldn't go to panda because he called me and said he was going to die. And so, no matter how hard this friend tried to get us to still go to panda, and he was probably right in doing so, we went back, picked it up. It was just idly swinging on the swing sets. And then we take him to panda. Brennan pays for all of our meals, all large meals for the three of us total. Brennan sits down. We've all got a plate of food. He beelines into the bathroom, and we just hear like a bunch of doors banging, and he's like kicking the stall doors, and then he just darts out of the restaurant. And I'm looking at the buddy, and I'm just like, all right, I think we're going to finish our food.
Shut up. Brendan's story is like, yeah, I basically blacked out halfway through.
I mean, it was hysterical.
I feel like everybody has like a I got way too high story. Yeah. And they're all from like edibles usually.
Oh,
that's literally Brendan every time.
I think that's one of the funniest things
back
ever.
Bad memories.
Yeah, he's having PTSD. Good time to break. My puppy Porter is barking at me, so yeah, that's funny as hell. We've certainly had our moments, but that's why Brendan is no longer a marijuana toker. Okay, we'll break and we'll come back with 60 seconds of tea with Jack D. Valentine's Day is sneaking up on us this weekend. Speaking of high, the Kratom Bar. And you guys got flexed at the Y last week. Wait until you hear about how I got flexed at Lifetime this week. That's coming up. All right, so once again, we just wrapped up part one here. Porter's staring at me, my puppy. Just going through some separation anxiety right now. Whenever his mom leaves, he just won't shut the fuck up. Yeah, I see you, bud. Okay, so we've got 60 seconds of tea with Jack T, the second edition. We have not listened to this again. We're going to do this live. We'll post it on Instagram, etc. But we'll do this here. With us. Anyone peek? No one peek.
I didn't listen.
All right, good stuff. Here we go. Again, this bear with me is on my phone. Some great production. I might hire a home builder to come in, one of these tech guys to work with here. But here's 60 seconds of tea with Jack D for this week.
What's going on, everyone? This is 60 seconds of tea with Jack D, your number one source for news and gossip. Back by popular demand in a hungover Super Bowl edition, still sponsored by Love's Truck Stop and now Blue Gatorade.
Wow.
Let's get into it. You have the right to remain silento. Watch me whip and watch me nay-nay rapper charged with murdering his cousin.
Oh.
Lil Uzi Vert got a $24 million diamond embedded in his forehead. Morgan Wallen has been dropped by his record label after a recent video surfaced of him using racial slurs. Floyd Mayweather.
Yes.
Dude is flying through these topics. Holy shit.
All right, we slowed him down. What do we got here?
Dude, the diamond thing, $24 million diamond in your forehead. And it's pink, isn't it?
Well, I don't think the fact that it's pink is lost on the fact that a diamond is embedded in your forehead. Like, what is the point of that?
That dude is for sure getting his head chopped off.
Yeah.
If people wanted to kill him now, I mean, he's probably got to have 10 bodyguards all the time.
Oh, you're saying to steal that diamond? Wow, that was pretty dark. I wasn't even thinking that.
You don't even thought that? I mean, you kill him, you get 20.
I just hold him down. I just pinch it out of his forehead. I don't need to saw off his entire
like a zit.
I need to saw off his noggin.
Also,
I wonder how hard you'd have to pull on it to get it out of there. Like how embedded do you think it is?
Dude, it's probably in there.
A lot of questions here.
The other topic. All right, this pissed me off because the Morgan Wallen thing. Did you guys hear about this?
I saw it. I didn't see the video. I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, Morgan Wallen just made a great album, and I was literally talking with people the other day. I was like, he's like bringing country music, the genre, back for me. Because like I stopped listening to it for a while, but then I like that album he put out a lot. And then there's this video on Twitter that I guess his neighbor took of him, and he's just basically, from my understanding, I think just like calling someone the N-word using the hard R.
Oof.
And it's like, come on, man. Like,
yeah. So okay. So
ruined
I
everything.
was. So that was basically he's just what is he? He's a country singer, so he's a Southern guy. I mean, again, dude, wake up. You can't be doing shit like that. I mean, that does make you just kind of cringe, just be like, oh shit, I hate that I used to like him, especially if it's hard R. I mean, my God, it's not like he was like doing a song lyric or something.
Yeah.
What about that dude that
there.
killed his cousin?
So that was the dude who sings "Now Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay."
Banger.
Yeah.
Watch me nay.
Yeah, I guess murdered his cousin. I wonder how he did it. Like, if he shot him, did he
probably cut off his
off?
noggin to steal a diamond out of his forehead? All right, let's continue.
And Watch Me Nay Nay rapper charged with murdering his cousin.
Little recap here.
Lil Uzi Vert got a $24 million diamond embedded in his forehead. Morgan Whalen has been dropped by his record label after a recent video surfaced of him using racial slurs. Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul are beefing on Instagram. If I had to guess, watch out for a fight from them in the future here. Kim and Kanye are no longer speaking as they prepare for divorce.
What's going on with that? Are they still together?
Were they a power couple or were they just for show? I mean,
I think they were until Kanye kind of went crazy here, and who knows, what he's actually going through, but
dude, some of Kanye's speeches, like, people just sit in the stands and like, what are we listening to right now?
He's just going on, like, he goes on like these bipolar rants, and again, that's nothing to make light of, but yeah, he'll just like, he's just screaming about like aborting his daughter to like a random crowd of like 10 people, and it's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I would say they were a power couple when they first started, for sure.
Didn't she end her isn't Keeping Up with the Kardashians over now? Like, Jesus Christ, how they ruled the last decade and a half has been crazy.
It's gonna be interesting seeing dating rumors of those two, like who they're gonna go with next.
Remember when she dated Jeffree Star? Yeah, that's already been rumored. Remember she married Chris Humphries?
Did they get married?
Yeah, I think they were married for like 40 days.
Wow.
You have to look that up. It's my favorite segment called Google This.
Rodgers is not only the MVP, but also got secretly engaged to Shailene Woodley. But you guys might know her better.
What? Okay, so I heard this today that he got secretly engaged. I didn't know who it was to, but damn. I'm trying to have you guys seen Big Little Lies? She starred in that. Shailene Woodley, what was that other franchise? It was like a teenager franchise she was a part of. What was it, like Insertion or something? Insurgent.
Wait, is this Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers secretly got engaged. You know who I'm talking to about? Shailene Woodley? Yeah.
I recognize her face, but I don't know if I've seen anything.
I'm about to look her up right now. How do you spell her first name?
Shailene. How about that? Big Little Lies, fantastic.
Shailene Woodley.
But yeah, I think it was like Divergent was that like book series that she starred in, the movies that it made. I mean, it was like we were in college when that was like popular with like middle schoolers, I feel like.
She doesn't post a lot of pictures of herself on the gram.
Wow, I wonder if Rodgers got to her. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers actually. So he was dating Danica Patrick, and then they broke up. So that was why it was kind of crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they were together for a couple of years.
That's a power couple.
Yes.
As the secret life of the American teenager.
Porter, give me a second. All right.
Girl from way back in the day. Jennifer Lawrence suffered an eye injury from exploding glass while filming her new Netflix film Don't Look Up that co-stars Leonardo DiCaprio. Christopher Plummer, a.k.a. Captain Von Trapp from The Sound of Music, and most recently the grandpa in Knives Out, has passed away. Some fast facts. The Titanic 2 is set to set sail in 2022. Elon Musk says his...
Titanic 2? Was there another ship or what?
Is this another James Cameron shit where it's like, I've still been waiting for Avatar 2, I feel like, for 13 years.
I just watched Avatar 1. It's so good.
So good.
That battle at the end.
I haven't seen, I only saw it, I think, in 3D, and it was just, I mean, orgasmic.
So do you think Titanic 2 is just like a remake of Titanic?
But I hated Titanic 1. I mean,
really?
It's just, come on, it's sappy. I mean,
wait, this might be a dumb question, but is he saying that there's a second Titanic movie coming out, or
Correct,
is
that's a
that
sequel,
they
Titanic
literally
2.
made another fucking ship?
I'm pretty
Good
sure it's
question.
going to be the movie
Because he
but
said it's gonna set sail.
I think it was a play on words
Oh.
by him.
Wait.
But
I don't know.
No,
If you know,
you might
Jack's
be
not
right.
that crafty. I don't know.
all right, let's see if he elaborates.
Neuralink brain chip will be testing as early as this year. He also said that Dogecoin can be the future of cryptocurrency. We're positive on it today, baby. Doge to the moon, Platts.
A little shout at you there. I had to get out of Doge too because, as aforementioned, Robinhood's fucking me.
Yeah, did you see Lil Uzi and Grimes were like talking about Neuralink? They're like, when can I get it? Have you seen Grimes? Elon's.
I have.
Oh god, yeah.
Are they? They're married, right? Or are they
Yeah.
just engaged?
And they have a kid whose name is like XYZPHT or something.
Yeah, 12 or something. She's interesting.
Have you seen that Neuralink shit where they're? I just saw it. I think this weekend where it's like we've been testing chips in monkeys' brains so they can play video games with their minds. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Is that actually what it is?
Yeah, dude. I think they're
what is
trying to
though?
like chip. That's like their futures. They want to chip us to just optimize our mind.
You should watch the interview he has with
Rogan.
They talk about it. Basically, you'll be able to like hear every single brain disease and like communicate with people without talking. But I just think it's funny that
That's what we
monkeys can't talk or do like human things, and they're having them play video games with their minds.
They probably beat me at 2K. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. So Doge to the moon. Let's finish it up. 60 seconds of tea with Jack D.
Chiefs L. Brittany Mahomes is very salty as she took to Twitter. Jackson Mahomes is still too busy dancing to know that it happened. I was wrong about the weekend special guest, but what a performance he ended up having, and he spent $7 million of his own money for that high-octane performance. And I have not watched it yet, but I suggest watching the new controversial Britney Spears documentary, Framing Britney, on Hulu. It's definitely going to be a hot topic over the next couple weeks, and that's the motherfucking tea. We'll see you next week.
That's great. A couple of good things there. I heard that Britney documentary was very interesting. I forgot about what the other stuff was there.
Aaron was telling me about it. He said it's pretty good and we should watch it. But the Jackson Mahomes thing.
Oh, I
saw
that
this
kid.
tweet that was like Jackson Mahomes and what's her face are making me not like Patrick.
It's unbearable. Almost.
Brittany.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brendan was showing me Jackson's TikToks during the Super Bowl. They are literally hard to watch.
It's cringe.
Yeah. It's bad. He's very clearly he's got to be gay. But he like makes all these TikToks, like he went after Nessa.
Yeah, Josh Richards' girlfriend.
Josh, yeah. His chick, I don't know. And it like his dances that he does, very, very cringy.
He does have he's kind of metrosexual. He's got the feminine voice. Yeah, the dancing is like, good God. I mean, even the guys like Bryce Hall and all them, like, I can't, that's a little sus too. You know, it's kind of like, come on.
They're dancing too.
I think so. I mean, who's watching that? Like, their following has to be just solely chicks and then guys who just want to kind of like keep a far eye on what they're doing, you know, but not actually support it. Yes, it's me. Okay. Griffin Johnson's my boy. He probably might be my favorite.
Dave tried to get Jackson on his podcast and he like won't do it.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Jackson Mahomes? I don't know. Yeah. And it's like, dude, like, it's kind of weird that he's always like, my brother's so great. He's like capitalizing off his brother's like success. Like, what does Patrick Mahomes think of his brother? Where like even last night he was dancing after they lost in the suite he paid for, you know, for his brother. It was like, dude, what? Like,
Jackson Mahomes is 20. I just looked it up.
Oh.
Really? I would have thought 16.
Did you see his fiance like on Twitter, and it was like ESPN just showing Patrick just like sad, and she's like, how dare you, ESPN, you know, the number one sports whatever, to be shaming the number one player in the league. It's
Yeah,
like,
she sucks.
chill the fuck out. All right. He has one bad game, not even really a bad game on him, and she like freaks out.
Well, think about this. What if Mahomes, who was a play away from losing last year, he could have been 0-2. How about that? He's a bust.
People forget they came back in like the last 2 drives
and
left.
covered. So you guys were on the Bucks last night, yeah? Jesus Christ.
That was not Mahomes' fault though. That was
No, he had no offensive line.
At all.
That's one of the greatest defensive lines you're going to see. Jason Pierre-Paul literally has a nub of a hand, and he's fucking going after his guy. Oh, speaking of last night, did you guys catch this? Is it the 4K camera, the 5K camera that they were doing where it's just like it's blurry on everything else and the most crisp, clear like shot of the quarterback you've ever seen in your life? CBS was just kind of like, yeah, fuck you. Why don't do that for every single shot?
Dude, they've been doing that end zone cam all year. Like up close. It literally looks like a video game. Like a high def video game. But yeah, imagine if they did that like the whole game. You'd be like, oh shit.
Did you see? I think it was a TikTok. I saw some guy just put on the Madden sim of the Chiefs and the Bucks, and his mom watched the entire game and thought it was the Super Bowl.
I saw that.
Oh, Jesus, Porter. Come on. All right, let's get to the Kratom Bar before we get you out of here. And your heater broke? That's tough. Couple of 2 birds, 1 stone here.
First of all, our heater never worked. We've just been sitting in freezing cold weather in our living room. And now that it's getting down to like 5 degrees, it's literally 10 degrees in our living room.
You guys are sweatshirted up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've got a turtleneck on and a hoodie right now. Although we're upstairs right now. Our upstairs heater works. It's the downstairs one that doesn't. And finally, we fucking called to get it fixed. We called like 5 times and received no response. And then we finally had to press it's an emergency button this time. And someone, I guess, came over this morning and looked at it for 30 seconds. And they were like, oh, yeah, the guy who can fix it's on PTO today. We'll be back tomorrow.
Oof.
So fingers crossed, because, I mean, it's fucking cold downstairs.
Dude, would you rather have your heater broke or your AC broke?
Your
heater,
because we had this debate.
You can cover up.
Sleeping cold versus sleeping hot. Sleeping hot is the absolute worst because, especially if you don't have a fan, you can't fall asleep. Mm-hmm. And you're right. Yeah, if you're freezing, you just cover up. I mean, a lot of people like to sleep in the cold.
The one time I was at the Leisure Hotel when we were a senior, and we just got some random hotel room to party at the Lake of the Ozarks. The AC was hanging off the wall when we checked into this room that had 2 bed frames and no bed. So the first night we literally have like the ice machine buckets just on our face, like lying on the floor trying to get to sleep without the heater or without the AC. The Kratom Bar. How about that? Who's got that one?
Wait. First of all, did you stay in that hotel room with no beds?
Yeah, we did for the first night, and then we basically like hopped people's. That's a story for next week. The Leisure Motel. And then we hopped around like people's houses.
Okay, yeah, but the Kratom Bar. So Jordan Platt actually sent me a Snapchat. He was there. And Kratom's just like this leaf that basically has the effects of painkillers. So we're like, you know what? We're doing nothing tonight. Let's go check it out. It's all the way in St. Charles, though. And we walk in. It's basically exactly what you'd think. Kind of like hookah bar vibes. You know, half the people are like 16-year-olds that like want to have the bar experience, and then the other half are like 40-year-olds like love Kratom and Kava.
What's funny about this is I thought Kratom Bar literally meant you guys were eating like a Klondike bar. But continue, Brendan.
I was just gonna add that everyone there who was like 40, you could tell like just came from like an AA meeting, like used to be addicted to harder drugs and alcohol and is now resorted to Kratom as their vice.
Yeah.
So someone explain Kratom to me, because it's like basically it's like, isn't it like weed, but like for people that don't like the smoke?
So let me preface this with it's legal.
Yeah.
But
it's like CBD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you buy it, it's typically sold at CBD/Kratom stores. They usually have both there. Mm-hmm. My best way to describe it is it's basically like a very watered down minor version of a painkiller. I mean, you have to take a pretty fucking good amount before you even start to feel anything. I wouldn't necessarily say it gets you like high or anything. More so, it just
kind of numbs you out almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because, like, I mean, the drinks they had there were decently powerful. Like, we all had one, and we're like, this works.
Oh, that's kind of fire.
It's funny. You go to the bar and you get a drink, and these, like, I don't know, 21-year-old girls, like, you want to start a tab? I'm like, I'm in the wrong place. Get me out of here. This is on a Saturday night, too.
What are some of these fucking drinks? Is like, can I get the Kratom Teeny? Or like, do they have some funny names?
We got Kratom iced teas, and there's like a bunch of different syrups to choose from. Like I got peach mango grenadine. I think Platts, what did you get? Just regular peach?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. They also had like CBD drinks. They had like coffees.
Wow.
Then they had like straight up shots, I believe.
Were you guys wasted off the Kratom?
Dude, Drew, it was snowing, and Drew was like, dude, I don't want to drive home. And he's like driving this the whole way home. Like, how you doing up there? He's like, don't talk to me. I'm having a bad experience.
I'm looking for something to do this weekend. I might have to see if there's a Kratom bar.
Dude, you should come here this weekend if you actually have nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean, here's the dilemma, and it leads us into our next topic. Mardi Gras, believe me, I'd love to come kick it with you guys. Mardi Gras in St. Louis, there's nothing I love more. Valentine's Day on a Sunday.
Oof.
I'm gonna have to be back on my A game. I don't know. We might see. I might find a flight. Maybe see if I can get out for the weekend.
You say she's out of town though, or is she gonna be back by then?
No, Kels will be here in town. Well, yeah. What I probably would do is maybe fly out for a Friday, come back Sunday. How about that? I'll look at it. What are you guys doing?
If you're listening to this, let the boys play.
All right, that's
go to a dinner Sunday night.
Yeah, I might have to pull out. I'll finesse some things. I'll do something good Sunday. I might look at some flights. Okay. Have you guys discovered Prison Talk?
I have.
How great is that? There's no caption, and it's just guys dancing in prison, like at their different recreational activities.
It's like, how do you have a phone? They're all in their prison suits. They're dancing to like TikTok songs I haven't even heard yet.
These guys are doing like the June bug challenge, like on top of like their weight set outside in the yard, like on top of their bunk beds, and they're fucking. It's hilarious.
They're flexing like their ramen packets. It's a riot.
Prison Talk, baby.
How do they have a phone?
Again, it's contraband. I have no idea. They're risking
gotta
going
be
in the
illegal.
shoe. They're risking going.
Comments are like, "I'm reporting this, bro."
On that note, have you discovered? I've only discovered a couple times cartel talk, where it's like
discovered that
it's like guys speaking Spanish on like a boat, and all of a sudden you see like a U.S. boat like SWAT team like about to overtake their fucking boat, and it's like, and people comment, they're just like, "Are we not supposed to be seeing this?"
You see like a submarine fly up under the water,
a submarine
SWAT team fly on their boat. It's like, how did this even make it on the TikTok? They had to have gotten captured.
You guys got to tag me in the next cartel talk video you see, because
I got you for sure. Okay, so I had another guy call me. First of all, again, so yeah, subscribe, rate, review. Leave us a review. We had a kick-ass review of Winging It. I might pull it up here. It was pretty funny. But basically, you search Dylan Corbett on Apple Podcasts and then throw us 5 stars, whatever you want, and leave a review. So this one came in and put in the subject line Winging It. Again, put your favorite podcast, etc. Let's see here as I find it. This podcast slaps harder than Dylan slaps his own ass during horse races. I thought that was pretty good.
Who said that? Oh, it was just a review.
That was a review. Yeah. It said Winging in the title. What up?
It doesn't say the username.
JCB144.
Oh, that's my mom.
That's Jacob Beershank.
Oh God, the homie. I lost my train of thought. So another guy sent me, dude, the YMCA shit is so funny. How we just shit on the YMCA. John Michael Gustavo might think twice about that, but So I got flexed on. You guys are talking about how you got flexed on at the YMCA. I got flexed on at Lifetime on the b-ball courts. So we have to reserve. Okay, 2:00. It's just two of us shooting around half hoop. I show up a little bit early. These guys are playing, at one end. I try to walk around them, and I'm walking on the sideline. All of a sudden, like, God, they almost run me over. It's 2-on-2 full court. And I'm just like, okay, wait a second. All right, these guys got to be kidding me. First of all. And these guys are like in their 40s, 2-on-2 full court. And then 2:00 hits around, and we're just like, okay, we tried to go over to the other side. It looks like the kids were getting off. We're shooting around for 3 minutes. Nope, it was just a water break. Fuck. Okay, so we come back to this 2v2 match. We go, hey, we reserved this court. Is it cool if we just shoot on this hoop? And they go, yeah, that's fine. We're like, okay, cool. So you're doing half court? They go, no. We're like, what? They're like, yeah, we're playing full court. It's like, we just got bodied, and it was full court with no out of bounds. So it was just these two guys running up and down the fucking floor. Just the ball is like hitting the water fountain. This guy's like diving in, chucking it back into the court. I'm just sitting around here like, what the fuck? They go, yeah, we're playing a series. And so I keep looking at my buddy. I go, is there another series coming up that I don't know about? But we totally got flexed. Yeah, no, we're playing full court. Just the biggest tryhards.
I can totally see Dylan being like, you know what? I'm going to get back into basketball. I haven't shot around in like 5 years. You get there.
And these clowns.
2-on-2 full court.
You set a time.
How are they dressed?
Yeah, there was a short dude with a headband pulling up from like NBA range threes. Oh, and the best part, they were talking mad trash to each other. You ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. Oh, yeah. They're popping threes.
Were they good?
Yeah, they were wet. It had to have been like college b-ball players like trying to find their old, but it was like, and afterwards they were just like, yeah, good run. Good run. It was like, good God, man. They played like 18 fucking series. Full court.
I can just see Dylan like walking off and be like, well, I'll try again next year.
Yeah, I'm just like shooting around at the hoop as they're running right by me, like pushing my ball out of the way. I just thought that was so fucking funny. Okay, let's wrap up with making fun of myself. I catch myself doing this. I fuck up they are so fucking much. And I'll just I'm like trying to type it out. Maybe it's because I love weed. But yeah, I always somehow have THEIR in there when I'm literally trying to have THERE.
Dude, this is like my pet peeve for some reason. I feel like they're so different and so simple, and like people get it wrong. Like I'll be watching TikTok and I feel like they put the wrong there on purpose to piss you off, maybe to fuel the comments or something. But every time I see it, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I'll like go to the next one.
I literally do it just like as a common mistake. And like you guys would consider me smart, right? I think, hopefully. And I'm just looking at myself. I'm like, how fucking stupid am I? Where like someone's probably reading, yeah, I left my thing over there, THEIR. And I'm just like, Dylan, you fucking moron. That was all.
Yeah, it's kind of my pet peeve too.
Wow,
it's
okay.
even worse for some reason when like they mean to say I left my thing over there, and they don't even say THEIR. They say THEY''RE.
Yeah,
I can kind of get the first one, but the latter is just, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. In my defense, yeah, I make the common EIRERE mistake. Yeah, adding the apostrophe throughout it. I think this was a good episode here. Winging It, episode 15. Brendan Duarte, Austin Platts. I'm Dylan Corbett. Get us to 100 followers on Instagram at Winging It 18. We'll be posting clips. We had a great social. I think we had a great clips week, so we'll be kind of piecing together some of these good segments, putting them out there for you. We appreciate you, the listener. We appreciate Brendan, Austin, your time, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Peace.